Howdy, it's Sunday, January 28th. Had a filter for the well water system arrive last week sometime. Weather has been crap, so it's finally not too bad out there, so I'm going to get around to installing this thing, put it in line. This is a Culligan model WH Sam 200-Charlie. Alright, when I bought this model, it said it had a bypass valve. I assumed the bypass valve meant it would bypass it out a third port on the top and just shoot it out that way. However, when you hit bypass, it just runs straight through, ignoring the filter. The reason I wanted a bypass valve is so I could purge out the initial burst of crap that comes up every time I run that well pump. So what I'm going to have to do is connect the 3/4 inch MPT to 1/2 inch PEX connectors, run about a foot of PEX or so, hook it into that there T, and then just run a standard tap there. So on well startup, I'll have that tap open, and it should purge out there instead of going through the filter. And then when the initial crap is out, we will put this back into filter mode and let it run through. So that's pretty much what I'm doing today. I also have to mount this thing to a chain link fence for now, because I don't have my tank and structure that I'm working on. So probably going to get a 2x4, basically sandwich the chain link fence between two pieces of 2x4 and just hang it up that way for now. So that's what I'm doing today. Back in a little bit. Alright, this is what that well water looks like after the well not running for about 2 weeks. You see it's a lovely rust orange color there, which is why I want to put that bypass in there to purge this stuff out before it even hits the filter. And then once that runs clearer, we'll run it through the filter as normal. It's coming out all right now. Basically, once the water that's in the pipe being held by the check valve clears out, you get about a 30-second burst of this, and then it starts running clearer, not incredibly clear. Alright, I got the PEX adapters mounted to the well pump. I just want to show you the back side of this. This does come with a rather sturdy bracket, which is now installed, and there is my bypass T, which is installed before it hits the filter. So now I just got to go make a way to hang this thing off the fence. Oh, one tip. If you can't get the bypass filter to move, or the bypass valve to move, that little bit of the handle is for the bypass valve, and I actually needed to use that with a lot of force to get it broken free the first time. And the red button is just a vent, it's not a lock. That was confusing me too. Alright, so let me go make a brace. Alright, I have the temporary mounting done for the well water filtration system here. It ain't pretty, but it'll do the job until they get a real tank here and get a proper setup. Then I'll make this look a little bit more professional. So in order to flush the initial crap out, we're going to set the top to the off position. We have our well water feed coming up the middle of that T. Our drainage or bypass valve is open right there, and because I ran out of PEX, I got a very short nozzle coming out there when I finally get this thing going. Easy enough to add on to that, though. I just got to go buy more PEX. So fire this bugger up. I have it in bypass mode right now. We'll see what happens. Alright, flipping the switch. Rinse out some of this rust in here. And at the moment it looks like it's coming out pretty clear. I had this thing running about an hour while I was tinkering around out here, so let's switch this thing to running through the filter. I'm going to flip this to on. Oh, on. Turn that off. Give it a moment to saturate or do what it's going to do. Looks like I got this is a recycled PEX Tee, so apparently it's got issues. See if I can tighten that up. Alright, sorry I had to kill the video there when the neighbors came home and the dog started going nuts. This thing's been running about 4 or 5 minutes maybe. You can see the filter is sucking up that iron, and I just pulled a bottle out and looks good and it tastes good. I already had myself a little sip here, so definitely making progress. And next step is to right about here plop me down some type of a storage tank. And obviously I gotta swap out that old PEX Tee there, because you know that's recycled and that's just dripping away. But the system's working, so if the shit hits the fan, I can actually get me some fresh water now. So this filter here, I'll put a link into the filter in case you're looking for it. It was about 45 bucks. It got a 2-pack of extra filters. It was like 15 bucks for the 2-pack. So I'll put all that stuff in the description. Everything else should be in the earlier videos. And yes, I'm still using this for my power testing, which you can see how I made in an earlier video as well. Next step is a tank and getting a solar panel out here, so I ain't got to worry about batteries. We'll just let it fill the tank while the sun shines. Alright, so I did just drain out the filter here because we are going to be hitting freezing temperatures again probably in the next few weeks. So basically I'm just leaving the bypass open so anything can drain out, turning the filter to off, and you just remove that filter glass there, dump out all the water. And I've also hung my filter tool here with a piece of paracord, just in case I ever forget and have to run out here in the middle of the night. I won't have to hunt for it. So now I'm done. I'll back up, get a full view of this amazing setup here, and this will progress. Next step, get a tank, and then get a solar panel, and then if the shit hits the fan, we'll have water.